Damien, it's fair to say you had your chances today, but how do you explain what's happening out there other than the way we're kicking for goal?
Yeah, it was just frustrating. We had 28 scoring shots. We had, 8 that didn't actually trouble the scorers. 28 scoring shots to 19 sort of thing. So that's what Champion had us down for. I thought we exerted dominance. We just couldn't capitalise on the scoreboard. And then, they kicked incredibly well. It's a frustrating game, AFL footy, because we're measured by outcome and we understand that, but we did a lot right today without getting the result we're after. So it was disappointing, and the frustration grows. We've got some work to do inside 50, we know, and we acknowledge that and we understand that. But we certainly had ample opportunities to give ourselves a chance to kick a winning score today, which didn't eventuate.
How do you prepare when it's as blustery as it was out there today? It's probably hard to see on TV, but yeah.
Oh, look, it was, but both sides played. We managed to kick goals, behinds from the impossible, and they kicked some really, really good goals as well. And, sometimes you just got to make the most of your chances, and we just didn't today.
And Ben's obviously one of your most efficient goal kickers.
Yeah.
Hardly missed all year, but just had one of those days, or was it something in his technique, or what do you...
Oh, look, it's maybe a little bit of both. I didn't look at it too closely. I think he had 6 shots on goal, 4 points and 2 that didn't trouble the scorers. So, as we said, he's normally a very straight, diligent kick on goal. We just deserted him today, unfortunately. And look, he was one of the guys. At least he put himself in a situation to get shots on goal, and we had a lot of players that probably should have kicked their goals. We just didn't. Some areas we've got to improve, obviously.
Still winless on the road, though. That must be frustrating for the side.
Oh, look, losing is frustrating. Especially when I think we're playing a pretty consistent brand of footy. A lot of the stuff we're doing, AFL 1, I think, forward 50 entries, or AFL 1 forward half turnover games. There's a lot of stuff that in our game that we like that are really good, strong indicators of success. Unfortunately, we're not getting quite the desired outcome at the moment. So, it's another loss on the road, absolutely. But the fact of the matter is, I thought we were a better side than what we played. Sorry, we played a better style of footy today. Yeah.
Winning away is still important for a finals push. Do you think, getting that first win away is weighing in too heavily on the players' minds? No,
I don't think so. I think the way that we look at play today, we thought we played free. We transitioned the ball quite easily from the back half. We had the ball stuck in our front half. One time in forward half, 60 to 40. That's a commanding victory in that stat. And you look at those KPIs, it probably would indicate a 5 or 6 goal victory to us. But unfortunately, because of our goal kicking and our ability to connect with some targets inside 50, we walk away as a loser. But the process of winning, I thought, was strong. We just didn't quite get the result we were after.
Obviously, your first year in charge of this team, to be in this position sort of 4 or 5 weeks out from finals, and still a genuine chance, still realistic. Is this where you kind of saw the team potentially in this first season?
Well, we're hoping, to still be in the hunt. Like, the challenge is, it's an incredible season. You just got to look at the ladder of where it is, and any side can beat anyone on any given week, which is what the AFL desire. And the challenge is being one of those coaches that is trying to push for the 8. It's really, really challenging, and you've got to take your chances where they present. And unfortunately, we haven't done that. We've lost a couple of games by a kick. Today I thought we probably played a pretty good style of brand of footy, but didn't get the reward we're after either. But the side's improving, no question about that. We're not where we want to be. We're nowhere near the finished product. We're probably still learning and developing, but I think we're also pretty bloody exciting at the same time.
Pressure is obviously something that's so important in this competition. It felt like it was sort of up and down in stages for the kind of both teams today. What's the key to kind of getting that across 4 quarters? Yeah,
pressure can be a relevant stat, but it can also be irrelevant at various stages there. And Kingers is a really, really smart coach. He plays a system style similar to ours. There's times when to pressure and there's times when not to. So the number itself, don't get me wrong, is important, but it's not the be-all end-all. There's intent and then there's system. You've got to have a combination of both. And, I thought our intent and system was pretty strong today. And I thought, GWS was a side that obviously does that stuff pretty well, very well also. So, it's a credit to them. They made the most of their opportunities. Some of their goal kicking, some of their ball use inside 50 was very, very good. So they're one of the better sides in the competition.
Lockie Weller's made his return today, more than a year out. Played forward for most of the day, a different role for him. But
yeah, he did, and then went back. I thought it was a great testament to Locke. I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest, with the media that he didn't get the plaudits of coming back. This guy's had a really, really tough situation. It probably, you know, representative of the northern states at the moment. We've got a guy that's coming back from knee, but by all accounts, let's talk about the Melbourne guy that's coming back. Our guy's nearly missed 2 years. It's a pretty good bloody story. I nearly swore then again. Geez, I was lucky. It's a pretty good story. So I thought it was a terrific start for Locke. He's only going to get better. You know, his speed and his ability to use the ball. He hasn't played any footy at all for basically, you know, 12, 13 months. So I thought it was a really good step in the general direction.
Is the longer term plan for him to return to half back, or at least defence?
We've got a lot of coaches vying for his services at the moment. He's valuable, you know, through the middle of the ground, up forward and down back. So we'll probably settle him. You know, obviously we just want to get him to the side and get him up and going, but you know, it'd be a good one for us to solidify his position moving forward.
We saw how passionate you were after the last game on the road. Did you see enough today, like you said, those contests and things that you did win, to go on with the rest of the season over the next 4 or 5 weeks?
I think so. Look, if I take the scoreboard out of it, the style of game we put in there was pretty solid. I think, and it was probably, you know, we look at it 60 odd inside 50s, forward half turnovers. It's the sort of game we want. What we have to do is get better at that polish inside 50. And it's the final piece of the puzzle. It's the hardest piece of the puzzle, but we're working on it. We expect it to get better. Do we expect to kick as poorly as what we did today? No. So we'll get better as a result. Just from a, you know, general AFL average goal kicking would be nice.
Still being in the hunt at this point in the season, what does that do for this group who, you know, have yet to make their finals appearance?
Oh, it's just great. It's good to keep the dream alive. And I keep saying to our players, you know, this is a season where there's probably been one side in Sydney that's probably a little bit of a class above, but then everyone else is, you know, toing and froing. It's just playing your best footy at the right time. And I've been fortunate enough to experience that sort of run of what that looks like. And, you know, I'm sort of hoping our guys can get a greater understanding about what that looks like and feels like, because our dream is certainly alive, and our fans, I want that dream to be alive for our fans. And, you know, we'll be pushing as hard as we can for as long as we can. Until that, you know, mathematical equation says 0, then we'll just keep going as hard as we can. Thanks, guys. Good stuff.